Hiya, friends. Prepared Suburbanite back at you. We were having a dinner conversation over dinner last night, and we were talking about the presidential polling numbers that have been coming out over the last few days or so, and I'll put the lead one right up here. Pretty much amazing that Donald Trump right now is leading Biden 46.7 to 44.6. And I think that's pretty astounding. There are other polls that continue that same trend. And during the conversation that we were having about the presidential polling and the election that's coming up very soon, what do you think needs to be done to cement Donald Trump's hold on these poll numbers? Or on the converse side, what do you think Joe Biden should be doing to improve his poll numbers so that he has a better chance of winning come this November? So stick around. I'll get into some of my thoughts on this one. So there are a number of polls. The one that I referred to in the intro was from Real Clear Politics. There's a number of other polling data aggregate sites out there. 270 to win is one that I looked at, and they're showing Trump being ahead in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 8 of the top 10, well, actually, one of them's a tie. The Civics poll shows them both at 44 with 12% other, whatever that means. It's either undecided or some third-party candidate like RFK Jr. But Trump's up in at least 7 of the top 10 polls that appear on 270 to win. The other aggregate polling aggregation site is 538, and they're showing for February 1st, the poll is Trump is up from JL Partners, which is a Kari Lake sponsored poll, shows Trump up 45 to 41. On the January 30th polls, we see McLaughlin and Associates with polling 1,000 likely voters. You got Trump, 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 Trump. So +5, +8, +4. On January 30th, there's 2 out there, and both favor Trump. Nope, actually one has Biden up by 1. The YouGov poll is Biden up 1, and the Civics poll there shows Trump and Biden even at 44, which I think is the same poll that the other site had, and that's from 538. So during the conversation that we had at the dinner table last night, and it started like this. What would happen to the polling numbers if Joe Biden simply reversed every single one of his presidential executive orders that he signed that have anything to do with the borders? That means finish building the wall, reinstating Remain in Mexico, the Title 42 stuff. If he reversed all that and gave support to all the existing immigration laws and enforced them the way they should be, you'd see the number one, I think you'd see the number one issue that's on the voters' minds today I think it would change a lot. Once you started seeing the dramatic reduction in illegal immigration, that Biden's numbers would take off. They would go absolutely skyrocketing high. And that's kind of a scary thought that he could do that. He created the mess by negating everything that Trump did on day one of Biden's presidential stay here. But he could, with a stroke of a pen or two, reverse all that stuff that he did that caused the big problem with 8 million or so illegal aliens pouring across the borders, change it, reverse it all, and watch what happens to the numbers. I'll bet you he would score big, big points. Now, what can Trump do? Well, there's not much more, I don't think, that Trump can do. I would love to see a debate between Trump and Biden sometime before the polls begin to open, the ones that go on forever with mail-in voting and all that. I would like to get that information, Trump versus Biden, in the minds of all the voters before all this mail-in balloting and extended election day cycle, election month cycles all starts. So I'm thinking maybe August or September, right after the convention, so that we know who exactly is going to be the Republican nominee and the Democrat nominee. If it's somebody other than Biden, yeah, I want to see that debate too. I've said before that I don't think Biden's going to be the candidate. I've stuck my neck out and said that I think it's going to be Michelle Obama. Maybe having a couple of second thoughts about that, because folks have been really saying she wants to stay away from it. She doesn't want anything to do with it. But I'm thinking that she could be persuaded, that she really wouldn't have to do anything except cut ribbons, put on a speech or two, all that, but all the tough decisions would be made in the background. The press secretary, whoever it may be for that term, would take all the heat. And I think there's still a big possibility that Michelle Obama would or could become the Democrat nominee. And a close second would be Gavin Newsom, the current governor of California, because he would certainly love to be the president of the United States. That would certainly massage his ego, I guess, would be the right thing to say there. So I'm not sure what Trump can really do to truly improve his chances. He can tone down his negativism a little bit. He can really focus on what's going on in the world today that's making all us very nervous and jerky. But if he doesn't have the immigration issue at the southern border as a talking point anymore, because Joe's already fixed it, what's he going to be focusing on? Well, he's going to have to focus on foreign policy. And who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of 100 days with things that are going on in China, things that are going on in Russia, things that are going on in North Korea, the Ukraine issues, Taiwan issues, Iranian attacks that are going on right now. We are so close to the next worldwide conflict that I just don't know what else Trump could do other than to assuage the fears of the people by saying, if you elect me, I'll fix it. And I have a tendency to believe him. I think he will fix it the right way. He's already been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize because of it. and because of what he did in the Middle East with the Abraham Accords. And I think that he's the best bet for what we could all consider at least a reduction in the conflict and the conflicting ideals that are out there. He would be able to show that America does have strength. He would be able to show that America is willing to partake and get actively involved in solutions rather than just lobbing missiles here and there. Not sure what you're thinking, but I'd really like to know what you're thinking, what you think some of the possibilities are for what's going to happen with our domestic policy, with our foreign policy, and how it's going to affect the ultimate voting day results that we're going to see in November. And we've got to continue to keep preparing and preparing everything that we've got so that we've got enough food, water, shelter, means of defense, self-defense, home defense, that we can possibly have ready to break out when we need it. So this is the Prepared Suburbanite, reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.